Well, hello, estudiantes, focaroonies, dudes, dudettes, and pipsqueaks and pumpernickels. Yes! This is the Unit 1 exam review. Test corrections video. And I am getting a Microsoft Word ready for you. As you know, this is for those of you who did not do as well on the unit exam as desired. And what I need you to know is that you are going to do your test corrections on only the questions that you got wrong. Okay. And what you need to know is that I am working on test A. So if you had test B, okay, then you need to find this exact question on test B, okay? Because I'm working through with test A. And as you know, I created both exams. And they're just all mixed up questions and all jumbled up, scrambled answer choices as well. So those people who had test B, you can just pause the video, okay, and find your the question in your test, okay, that represents the quotient of 8 and the difference of x and m. Find this question wherever it's located in test B. And then if you got it right, you don't have to make the correction. But if you got it wrong, you're making the correction. And then, of course, with every test correction that you make, I want you to write underneath your test correction, the mistake I made was, and you fill in that sentence, okay? Because if you don't tell me the mistake that you made, then how is any learning taking place, okay? So this is an exercise because you guys, this is Unit 1, okay? Unit 1, it's the foundational unit that everything in algebra is built upon. So we're going to move forward from here. And we need to have a strong, solid foundation, okay? So here we go. And again, this is test A. And as always, you guys need to take your exam home with you. You need to have parent signature, because this is another way that I communicate with parents, just in case they weren't able to log into Focus with you that week. So you need to make sure that you get parent signature on your test results, because I want them to know how you're doing in my class, okay? It's a team effort. It takes a village. We're all working together, okay? So I'm going to go through all 19 questions as quickly as possible. So bear with me. Actually, I don't have a calculator. Here it is. Okay. So just in case I need a calculator, okay? And I'm going to walk you through it every step of the way. And so hopefully when I explain it to you here, it'll click, it'll make sense, and then you'll know why you got the answer wrong. Okay? So here we go. Basically, you're taking this sentence and you're putting it in an algebraic expression, okay? And actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to use my answer key to help us move this right along, okay? Because then it will go faster. I mean, we don't want this video to be any longer than it needs to be, okay? So here we go. So it says the quotient of, now when quotient means division, okay? And I told you that the very first term that is mentioned after the word quotient is the term that goes in the numerator. So I'm already noticing that 8 is in the numerator for answer A, so the only possible answer choice is A, okay? So that's that. So let me get my eraser. Where's my eraser? Oh my gosh. Sorry people. I'm getting another eraser. Hold please. Sorry about that. Getting an eraser. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry about that, people. Okay. So, so the quotient of 8, which would go in the numerator, and meaning the division line, the difference of x and m. So difference means subtraction. So you have x minus m. Okay, so that's number 1 for test A. Number 2, here's another one, okay? 6 times, okay? And we know that times can be represented by parentheses. So I'm already noticing that our answer is B, okay? Because it's 6 times the difference, meaning subtraction. So there needs to be subtraction in between B and P. So this is our answer, B, okay? And moving on, I'm glad this is going a little bit quickly. So let's look at number 3, okay? So 3 is basically, okay, this is 4/7 raised to the 3rd power. So that doesn't mean 4/7 times 3, folks, okay? Let's get it right here. That's 4 times 4 is 16 times 4 is 64, okay? And then 7 times 7 is 49, times 7 is 343. So our answer is B. Okay, again, remember this is test A. You can stop and pause it and find this question in test B if you got this wrong. Okay, so moving on. Here we have order of operations. So I'm going to cover up my answer choices. Okay, and let's not forget PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay, and so we have to do what's inside parentheses first. So 5 squared is 25, 4 squared is 16. So 25 minus 16 is 9. Okay, so that whole thing is 9. And we still have to do what's inside of, we're still not basically done with parentheses because brackets act like parentheses, okay? And so, but we have exponents here. So 6 squared is 36. Okay, and so basically we have, I'm going to bring it down here so you can see it, 13 bracket 36 divided by 9 plus 9. Okay, so is that correct? That is division? Yes, it is. Okay, I'm just double checking. Okay, so here we have, now, did we get rid of the exponents? Yes, now we have to look at multiply or divide, whatever comes first from left to right, and we have 36 divided by 9, so division comes before addition, okay? And so we're going to do 36 divided by 9 is 4, okay? And then we have 4 plus 9 is 13. And 13 times 13 is, why is my brain farting right now? 3, I don't know, 2 something. I'm sorry, 198. Let me see. Yeah, 198. No, I'm sorry, I went up too high. 169. 169 right there, B. Okay, 169. 13 times 13 is 169. All right, there's number 4. All right, that was number 4, order of operations. Let's go to number 5, okay? So here is number 5. Okay, so you have U. I'm going to move this up. Okay, so we have more space. All right, so what I told you, okay, is that we need to rewrite it with the empties, okay? So you have empty divided by empty plus empty times empty squared, okay? And U is equal to 20, so I'm going to put 20 here, fill in the empties. Z is equal to 10, so I'm going to put 10 here. X is equal to 4, so X goes here. And then Y is equal to 7, so 7 goes there. Ooh, I'm glad I have my calculator. Where did I put it? Where's my calculator? Sorry, folks. There it is. Okay. So, hello. So now that we've filled in the, empties, now all you have to do is order of operations. Do we have any parentheses? No. Do we have any exponents? Yes. So 7, that's not 7 times 2, folks, okay? That's 7 squared, which is 49. Okay, and this is where my calculators come into play. Now we're down to multiply or divide, whatever comes first from left to right, okay? So actually, 20 divided by 10 gives you what? 2. So division came first from left to right, right? So now this is addition. We don't want to look at that right now. We want to look at multiply. So 4 times 49, I don't know what that is off the top of my head. So let me do that real quick. That's 196, okay? So our final answer is 198. Let me see, and that would be right here, B, okay? So don't forget that when you are, making your corrections, don't forget that you have to state underneath your correction the mistake I made was, and then fill in the sentence, okay? So I know that you know the mistake that you made so we can learn from our mistakes. Okay, it says the square root of 61. What is the square root of 61 to the nearest integer? Some of you didn't even know what integer meant, okay? Integer is a positive or negative number. Okay, totally fine. Integer just means whole number, okay? Positive or negative. So you take 61, okay? And then you take the square root of it, which is going to give you a decimal. And the decimal that I got was 7.8. So when you round it to the nearest integer, the nearest whole number, that's going to be 8. And so our answer is C, okay? Again, reminder, this is test A. You test B people have to find this question wherever it is on test B. Okay, moving on. Okay, so again, what is the order? Need your calculators, okay? So we have to put these terms in order from least to greatest, okay? And we can't compare them the way that they are right now, so they all need to be put into a decimal form. So the square root of 5 gives me, oops, I took off my glasses too quickly there. The square root of 5 is 2.2, okay? That's 2.2. And then we have negative 0.1, and then we'll have to, this negative 5/3 will remain a negative term. So 5 divided by 3, clear it, 5 divided by 3. Okay, so you get negative 1.6, okay? And then we have 0.7, and then you have to take the square root of 2, okay? And so that's going to be 1.4. Okay, so our lineup right now is 2.2, negative 0.1, negative 1.6, positive 0.7, and a positive 1.4. Okay, well, I believe that it would go in this order. So negative 1.6, okay, and then our next would be negative 0.1, okay, and then obviously we have all positives here. So 0.7, 1.4, and then 2.2. Okay, so that's how you do it. You turn it all into decimal form, and then you cross it off as you go, and you put them in order from least to greatest. So for number 7, the answer was C, right here. Okay, that was the answer C, answer choice C. All right, so here we go. Moving on, number 8. Okay, super easy for both of these. Here we go. So you're basically taking the square root of 196, which we know is, clear it, square root 196, okay, is 14. So you take the square root of that, which is 14. Okay, but this negative symbol in front tells you, give me the opposite of whatever the result of this is. So what is the opposite of a positive 14? Negative 14. So that answer choice would be B for number 8 on test A. Okay, let's scroll it down to number 9. Okay, and here we have the distributive property. So we're going to multiply the numerator right? We have a fraction here. How do we handle that? How do we handle a fraction? You multiply the numerator and divide the denominator. So 1 times 21 is 21. 21 divided by 3 is 7. 7 what? 7m. Don't forget that variable. And 1 times 27 is 27. 27 divided by 3 is what? Positive 9. I don't know what answer choice that is. Hold on. So that's going to be what? B, right here. Okay, that's B. Moving on. All right, so let's distribute the negative here for number 10. Okay, here we are, up here. So again, that negative, okay, right here, tells you for number 10 on test A, give me the opposite of what's inside. So what's the opposite of a negative 10p? Positive 10p. What's the opposite of a positive 4r? Negative 4r. So that answer choice would be, I think, D. Yeah. 10p minus 4r. Okay, so that answer choice for test A for number 10 is D. All right, moving on. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to bring this down. 6/7 x minus 8 equals 7. Okay, so circle the variable. We're obviously solving for the variable. So we need to add 8 to both sides. Okay, bring down your 6/7 x equals 15. That's why we have our calculators. How do we handle this fraction right here, you guys? All the way back to the first lesson, right? One step. Algebraic equations, how do we handle it? You're going to multiply by the reciprocal, right? And whatever we do to the left side of the equal sign, we also do to the right. These cancel, bring down your x, put that 15 over 1, and multiply straight across. So we're going to do 15, I don't know what that is. 15 times 7, what is that? 105. Divided by 6, let's hit it. Divided by 6 equals 17.5. So any answer choice, okay, that is 17 1/2 or 17.5 would suffice. So that would be A right here, 17 1/2, okay? That's number 11. Moving on. This is going a lot faster than I thought it would, and I probably shouldn't say that to jinx it, but I like that it's going smoothly. Okay, so obviously we're solving for Z, so I'm going to circle the Z because that's what we're solving for, and obviously the priority here is to get rid of what is in the denominator, which is a -2. We want to get rid of the fraction, so we're going to multiply by a -2 on both sides. Those cancel, and a negative times a negative gives you a positive, and then we bring down what we have left over in that numerator, which is the -5. Plus Z. Have we solved for Z yet? No. So we're going to add 5 to both sides, and then Z equals 9. Okay, let's see what answer choice that is. Hold on. Hold, please. Got to scroll it down. That's going to be C. Okay, there it is right there, 9. Okay, now let's bring this down. Ooh, don't we love this? Oh boy, we love fractions. Yes, we do. You know what? I mean, we might as well just embrace it. Okay, folks? Seriously. But I could not have given you an easier fraction. Remember the video on eliminating fractions? Seriously, I could not have given you an easier, eliminating fractions question on this test. Why? Because what's in the denominator? 5. Okay? Big whoop. So how do we get rid of those those fractions? By taking the lowest common multiple, looking at these numbers in the denominator and using the lowest common multiple, and we can see that our lowest common multiple is 5. So now you just distribute the 5 to all 3 terms inside. You multiply the numerator and divide the denominator. So 5 times 3 is 15. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 3 what? 3p. Bring over your plus. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 divided by 5 is 8. Bring over the equals. 5 times 1 is 5. Now you just have a regular two-step algebraic equation. So we're going to subtract 8 from both sides, and we get 3p equals -3. Divide by divide by 3 on both sides. Okay? and P equals -1. And there you go. I don't know what the answer choice is. Hold on. Let's get it for you. Okay. P equals -1. I'm just doing this like not even knowing what the answer is. Okay, that would be D. There you go. Okay, so let's scroll it up. Oh boy, don't freak out. It's a multi-step algebraic equation. No big deal. Okay, so let's cover that up. Here we go. So you guys, step 1, is there any distributive property opportunity? Yep, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here we go. Bring down the -6p plus 7 equals 3 times 2 is 6p. 3 times a -3 is a -9. Negative times negative is +40. Negative times positive is -16p. Okay? So do we have a combined like terms opportunity? Yes, we do, right here and right here. So let's bring down -6p again, plus 7 equals. Now, a +6 minus 16 gives you a -10p, and then -9 plus 40 gives you a +31. Okay? So, you guys, we just did distributive property. We did combining like terms. Remember, you can't combine like terms across an equal sign. Now we have variables on both sides. Can we have variables on both sides? No. We have to move it to one side. And if I add 10p to both sides, that will give me a positive result, which is what we want because we don't like working with negative numbers or fractions. So a -6 plus 10 is 4p plus 7 equals 31. So now we have a regular two-step algebraic equation here. So we're going to subtract 7 from both sides. We may get a decimal, I don't know. And 31 minus 7, I don't know what that is because I'm just, on the spot here. 31 minus 7 is 24. There we go. We'll get a whole number, which is fine. So divide by 4 on both sides, and P equals 7, right? No, 6, sorry. P equals 6. Divide by 4 on both sides. Okay, 24 divided by 4 is 6. Right? I don't know what answer choice that is. Let me reveal it. Hold on. That would be A. P equals 6. There you go. Okay, what's the next one? Oh, okay. Is x equals 1 a solution to this equation? Well, how do we test, you guys, if x equals 1 is a solution? How do we test it? Well, you have to plug it in and do the math, right? If x is equal to 1, if we put 1 in for x here, will this give us a true statement? Yes? Maybe? Who knows? Okay, so 2. Now a -8 times 1 is -8. And what do we have over here? -6. What is 2 minus 8? -6. Is -6 equal to -6? Is that a true statement? Check. Yep. So your answer is yes. This x equals 1. When x is equal to 1, yes, that is the solution to that equation. Okay? All right, moving on. Next one's going to take a little bit longer, which is fine. Which ordered pair is the solution? Okay? And I'm going to tell you it's A. The ordered pair that is a solution, okay, is A. So we'll save some time for the video. Remember, this is your x value, this is your y value. So I'm going to bring that down here. Y is equal to -9, open parenthesis, plus 4. Oh, I'm sorry, x. Silly me. Okay, so now we're going to rewrite it with say it with me, empties. Okay, and what do we put here? -86. Okay, and what do we put here? +10. Okay, so all you have to do is the math. So -86 equals, what is a -9 times 10? That would be a negative times a positive gives you a negative. So -90 plus 4. And bring down our -86. -90 plus 4 going in the positive direction gives you a -86. And so this is a true statement. So therefore A, okay, A is the ordered pair that is a solution to that equation. Okay, so here we go. Do. Moving on. Which equation has no solution? I'm also going to take advantage of the fact that I have the answer key. For this one, number 17, it would be D, okay? So I'm going to do D, because obviously if you solved for V, solved for M, solved for W, if you did all of those, okay, and you came to D, you should, actually, you don't have to, you don't have to do anything, right? If you look at D, you don't have to do anything. Look at how obvious this is, you guys. Is what you're seeing right here a true statement? Is 7y plus 9 equal to 7y minus 6? No, that is not a true statement. But if you didn't see that and you said to yourself, well, we cannot have variables on both sides, so I want to move it to one side of the equal sign. So supposing you said, I'm going to subtract 7y from both sides, right? So there we go. Bring down what you have left over, which is 9 equals, and then a positive 7y and a negative 7y cancel each other out as well. And bring down a negative 6. Is this a true statement? Is a positive 9 equal to a negative 6? No. Therefore, this equation has no solution, okay? So for 17, the answer is D. Again, don't forget, you can stop the video, pause it, and find that question in test B if you are taking test B. Okay, so this is number 18. So it says, what equation do you get when you solve this equation for x? Okay, here's what did we just finish doing? Our what? Formulas. Okay, so here we go. So we have a minus q equals a plus sx. And we're solving for x. So to make it even more obvious, I'm going to circle the x. Okay, so if I'm solving for x, this means I need to get the x all by itself, which means I need to move the a and the s to the other side of the equal sign. So we're going to subtract a from both sides. Okay, those cancel, right? Okay, bring down our negative q equals s times x. Okay, have we solved for x? No. So we're going to, circle the x, sorry people. This is x times s times x. What is the opposite of times divide? We're going to divide by what we want to move. We want to move that s to the other side of the equal sign to get that x all by itself. Bring down your x. And x is equal to negative q divided by s, which would be D right here. Negative q divided by s right there. Okay, so let's do our last one. Oh, here's another literal equation, which we're used to now. We're used